Getting started with the Writeback Comments visual. In this video, we will show you how to configure the Writeback Comments and financial reporting matrix to enable commenting in your report. We will start by selecting our data source. For this demonstration, we are using the project planning table. We must make sure to use direct query in the connection settings. If we don't, the comments we add will not be visible until the semantic model is updated. Now we'll add the visuals we will be using. First, the financial reporting matrix. Then the Writeback Comments visual. The advantage of using the financial reporting matrix is that it gives us the data context we want when clicking a specific cell. The financial reporting matrix supports comments but does not have the ability to save them back to the database. We will use project ID and period as rows and columns and then estimated hours as value for this example. In the Writeback Comments visual, we will use the same columns we used in the financial reporting matrix as our key columns. This enables the comments to be saved on the specific cell we click on. Lastly, we add comments to the comments column. It now shows comments added on all project IDs and dates until you select a specific cell. If we try to add a comment now, we will get an API error message when clicking Save. This is because we have not defined an API URL in the Writeback Comments visual properties. Note that editing is disabled if the selection in the financial reporting matrix is not unique. We will now head over to Profitbase flow to set up a flow that enables us to save comments we add. In Profitbase flow, we will create a new flow and give it a relevant name. Now we will add a trigger. Select PowerBI from the Systems menu and choose the Writeback Comments trigger. Next, we'll add an action. We can search for Writeback and select Save Writeback Comments Changes to SQL Server. The Writeback comment trigger outputs a deltaset that we will hook up to the Save Deltaset action. The deltaset contains the information being saved from the comments visual. In the Save Deltaset action properties, we need to use a connection to the same SQL Server we used with direct query in PowerBI. If you don't have a connection set up already, you will need to create a new one. Click New Connection and give it a fitting name. Enter your server properties and test the connection. In the deltaset properties, we will select the Writeback Comments trigger deltaset and the same project planning table we used in PowerBI under Target Table. The advanced Save Data options are not required for this demonstration, but we will cover them in a separate video. Now we save our flow and get the API URL that we need for the comments visual in PowerBI. Click on the Writeback Comments trigger and then Show Endpoint. Choose HTTP endpoints and copy the post URL under short running. Back in PowerBI, click on the Writeback Comments visual and paste the URL in the API field in the formatting options. Now, when we select a cell and enter our comment, we should not get any errors. When we click Save, the comments are saved back to the database through Profitbase flow. Now we will create a simple header to help us see the active cell we are currently working with. To do this, we will need to create a measure and add it to the Writeback Comments visual. Start by heading up to the Modeling tab and click New Measure. We can use a DAX expression to give us the title output we want. In this case, we are using the Selected Value function. This function returns the value of project ID and period from the project planning table if a single value is selected. The format function formats the date displayed to make it easier to read. Click the green checkmark to save the measure. We can use the measure in the Writeback Comments visual to display the title for the selected cell. Click the Writeback Comments visual and go to Formatting, General, and turn Title on. Click on the conditional formatting icon and select the title measure in the drop-down menu as shown. We now have a title that dynamically displays the selected project and period, or defaults to all projects and dates when nothing is selected. We will also quickly format the financial reporting matrix date columns to make them similar to the comments visual header. You are free to add any other visuals you want to use, and they will tie back to the other visuals as normal. Note that the donut visual used here is just for demonstration purposes and might not be logical to use in your case. Feel free to use a visual that fits your needs. This concludes this demonstration. Thank you for watching.